Hello, welcome to episode 140 of Green Herb Gaming. Right now I am playing Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. This is my first time playing the Arcade Edition. So at least a massive update for Street Fighter V, including the arcade mode.
Arcade.
And it's actually very cool because you can select between Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4 and of course 5. It's interesting. I'm going to start with Street Fighter 2 because Street Fighter 2 was the very first Street Fighter game I played years back on the Sega Mega Drive. Round settings 3, match time setting 99, CPU difficulty normal.
Street Fighter 2.
I downloaded a couple of, more than a couple of new fighters as well. I don't know if Blanka has been released yet. He doesn't seem to be here, so I'll go with Akuma. Yeah, costume, battle outfit, nostalgia. Yeah, I got a free nostalgia costume pack as well, celebrating 30 years of the Street Fighter series, so that was nice. So yeah, I'll choose Akuma's nostalgia costume. Happy enough with his colour.
Akuma, you will feel my wrath.
Yeah, I haven't played Street Fighter V in a very long time, so this should be interesting.
USA.
So I still go back and play Street Fighter V, considering that Capcom released this fantastic free update to the game, which includes the arcade mode.
Round 1. Fight.
So, just like in previous Street Fighter games, like the original Street Fighter 2, in arcade, you choose your fighter, you make it to the end, defeat your final opponent, and your character will have his own ending, which was noticeably absent from the original Street Fighter V. I am very accustomed to Akuma. I've been playing a lot of Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers on Nintendo Switch, and I've just been choosing Akuma over and over again, so I wouldn't say I know all of his moves off by heart, but yeah, I'm definitely accustomed to Akuma. Street Fighter 2 such an iconic game for me. As I said, the first Street Fighter game I played years ago when I was a kid on the Sega Mega Drive. My apologies if I sound half asleep. That's because I actually am half asleep. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Hopefully, as the stream goes along, I'll wake up. So yeah, so basically, Capcom released this fantastic, massive free update to Street Fighter V, including the brand new arcade mode. I said I'll download it, check it out for myself, and play a bit of arcade, live stream a bit of arcade. What's this now? It's my reward. Do I get to choose? Do I get to choose who I face? Well, I'm going to go with Ryu because Akuma and Ryu have a rich history between each other, so It's Ryu it is. And yeah, I downloaded a couple of character season passes as well. Season Pass 3, which I don't think is actually released yet. So unfortunately I can't play as Blanka. I wanted to play as Blanka because Blanka is my guy. Blanka and... Hello viewer, thank you for tuning in to episode 140 of Green Herb Gaming. I am playing Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. The latest update, free update to Street Fighter V.
Fight!
I am playing Akuma in Arcade Edition. This is a classic Street Fighter 2 stage. Just got a comment. As usual, my phone is about 10 miles away from me. Well, 10 miles is exaggerating. It's actually in my hand right now at the moment. But I'm tired and lazy. So my apologies if I sound lazy. Again, that's because I am lazy right now. So let's go and look at the comments there now. Hello Galaxy Gaming, nice one for the like. Like #1 YouTuber. Honestly man, thanks very much. So I hope you enjoy episode 140 Green Herb Gaming. Hope you enjoy a bit of Street Fighter, the Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. So I'm actually very tired at the moment, so my apologies if I sound very tired. So yeah, I was hoping to play as Blanka. Blanka is my guy, but he hasn't been released yet. But I bought the character Season Pass. So when Season 3 of Street Fighter V characters become available, I will be able to play as Blanka. So yeah, Akuma always gets the job done for me. He is my go-to character. But at the same time I love Blanka as well, you know? Okay, who's next? I'm gonna go for Guile, just so I can listen to the classic Guile theme, which has become like the theme song to life. In the last few years on YouTube. Guile's theme goes with everything,
USA.
as they say. We had a great game of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe early on, Galaxy Gaming. I enjoyed that.
Fight!
I purchased a good amount of stuff actually. Character Pass 2, which gave me Akuma and a couple of other characters as well. Season 3 of the characters haven't been, so I have to wait for that. Got a free soundtrack as well of not an actual physical soundtrack, but I got the soundtrack of Street Fighter 2, so I can listen to soundtrack of Street Fighter 2 on the menu. What else did I get? I got a 30th anniversary costume pack as well. And currently Akuma is wearing one of those plastic costumes right now. Yo, Akuma is getting the job done as per usual.
You win.
Of course I win, I'm Akuma. Who's next? I'm gonna fight another one of my favorite fighters, Dalsum. If I am pronouncing his name correctly, hopefully I am. So I would say Dalsum, Blanka, and Akuma would be my top 3 Street Fighter 5 fighters. Sorry, Street Fighter 5 fighters. Told you I was tired, I can't even talk. So next up we have Dalsum. Might play a bit of online actually after this. After arcade.
Round 1. Fight.
I'm glad they brought in the arcade mode, and I'm glad it was free as well, because I always enjoyed the arcade mode of Street Fighter. I always liked to, you know, pick my character, go up against other opponents, and you know, had the ending story at the very end. Because when Street Fighter 5 launched, it just had this like a prologue mode, you know. So you pick a character, you'd have like 3 or 4 fights, and then you'd have a little prologue story. Like, there wasn't that much of an ending really. Then of course they released the fantastic full-on cinematic story mode, but it wasn't quite like an arcade mode. Like, you couldn't just pick your individual character and have your individual story. You know, like it was in the olden days. Like when I first played Street Fighter 2 on Sega Mega Drive, pick your fighter, make it all the way to the end, and that fighter will have his own story. So I'm glad they brought that back in Street Fighter 5. And again, it's a brand new and free update. You don't have to pay for the update. So if you already own Street Fighter 5, you just have to update Street Fighter 5, and it then becomes the arcade edition. Obviously, you know, buying characters is a completely separate thing. That's DLC, downloadable content. Of course, you have to pay for that. But I don't mind paying for Akuma. Akuma is my guy. But I'm just waiting for Blanka to get released. I was hoping to play as Blanka tonight, but I have to wait for Blanka. So Dalsum is giving me a bit of a challenge at the moment. Oh man. How do I use the trigger moves?
Final round.
Final round. I forget how to use the
Insult.
Always interesting to return to a game you haven't played in a while. You know, trying to figure out the controls again. And God. No. Fuck. No. What the hell is going on? Oh, yeah. Stretch Armstrong, motherfucker.
You lose.
Dalsum got me with his stretchy limbs.
9. 7. The battle continues.
What I like about Street Fighter 5, and it's actually very, very innovative, you can actually purchase downloadable content like fighters, stages, etc. without spending a cent. You don't have to spend any real money. You can actually earn fight money. Fight money is in-game currency, okay? In-game currency, not your real money. You earn in-game currency the more you play the game. So whether that's playing online, whether it's playing offline, whatever mode you're playing, you'll earn fight money. So the more fight money you have, the more downloadable content you'll be able to purchase. You don't see that in many, if any, games really. You don't see that in Call of Duty. Like, you know, if you get like 1,000 wins, you're not going to get a free map pack or something, you know.
Round 1, fight!
So that's a very interesting feature for Street Fighter V, the ability to purchase downloadable content without actually spending a cent of your real money. Okay, I'm going to go back to the old school controls here. I've been using the analog controls for a while, but I don't know if I'm getting, I don't know if it's because I'm tired now or not, but Akuma seems to be getting a bit tired himself. He doesn't seem to be wanting to pull off the moves I want him to do. And Akuma. Jesus Christ. What are you doing, Akuma, huh? What the fuck are you doing? Akuma is really giving me a challenge right now. So arcade mode is completely separate to the story mode. Story mode is cinematic campaign, really. It's not about one single character. It's pretty much about all the main characters in Street Fighter V, and it's an overall story. You know, it's one big, massive story, cinematic campaign, really, story mode. Whereas arcade is specific to the one character. Like this, right now I'm Akuma, so when I defeat my final opponent, I'll have an ending that will be specific to Akuma. So that's what makes arcade mode stand out from, you know, story mode. And good night, Dhalsim.
You win.
Eventually I won. My fists are a step closer to perfection. Bonus stage. Oh, they brought back the bonus stage. Still have those bonus stages, Street Fighter 2. To smash the barrels. What's this now? In this bonus stage. Yeah, I know how to play it. Thank you. Not going to bother reading all that. Unless they've changed it.
Ready.
What the hell is this now?
Fight.
Who's he? Okay, so they have changed it, okay. What the hell is going on? This is different anyway. Just pick up barrels and throw them at me, okay. Maybe I should have read that. Yeah, definitely should have read that description anyway.
finish.
Well, it looks like I won still, so happy enough for that. I didn't get every barrel, but that will do. Next up is the Russian professional wrestler, Zangief or Zangief, all the way from Russia.
Russia.
Zangief. He's like the Russian equivalent to Brock Lesnar.
Round 1. Fight.
Perfect KO. Not just a KO, but a perfect KO.
Round 2.
Round 2. Come on, yeah. Russian Brock Lesnar. No match for Akuma. Will I go for a second perfect? Right. Second perfect, why not? Just showing off now. He's not even trying, is he? He wants to get defeated. I was going for a perfect there. KO.
You win.
Next up we have Balrog, one of M. Bison's henchmen. And we go from a professional wrestler to a professional boxer. Don't know if he's professional or amateur, to be honest with you, but he's a boxer nonetheless.
USA.
And we got 2 more opponents before Akuma finishes his arcade. I'm not going to go to each and every fighter in arcade, so when I finish Akuma's arcade, I'll play a bit of online. I think I'll choose Dalsum for
Round
online.
1. Fight.
I always like the designs of the stages in Street Fighter games. There's always characters in the background. They're always like, you know, they're very alive. You know, more so than other fighting games. Like there's always something happening on a Street Fighter stage. What the hell is right, Balrog? You just got defeated. But don't feel too bad, Balrog. You lost to Akuma. That's nothing to be ashamed of. So far, the only opponent that has given me a challenge has been Dalsum. And I'm not surprised because Dalsum is one hell of a fighter. The reason why he's one of my top 3 favourites. So I'd say probably number 1 would obviously be Blanca. I would say number 2 Dalsum and number 3 Akuma. The reason I chose Akuma is because I just purchased him there a second ago, so getting my money's worth. Next up we have Vega, and then I'm guessing after Vega then we have Bison, because yeah, one of the henchmen of Bison. So Balrog, Vega, and then eventually Bison.
Round one. Fight!
You know who Vega reminds me of? Fandango from the World Wrestling Entertainment. Vega not looking too good right now.
Fight!
And do you see what I mean about how lively the stages are in Street Fighter games? I mean, you've got a guy playing the guitar in the background, got dancers, you know, there's lots happening in those stages. They're not just stages you don't take notice of, you know.
Perfect KO.
Perfect KO and Vega.
You win.
It's not quite how I remember the original arcade in Street Fighter 2, that's for sure. It's a bit, difficulty has been toned down a little bit, and that's putting it mildly. Now, am I getting fight money reward, or am I getting something different altogether? I doubt that's fight money anyway, but you can earn fight money in different modes in the game. I don't know which modes, like, but if you earn a certain amount of fight money, you'll be able to purchase DLC. I think you can get it from Story and online, I think.
Thailand.
Okay, final opponent is M. Bison. Just like there was in the original Street Fighter 2. And then Akuma will have his own ending. And I like that, and I much prefer arcade modes than story modes, to be honest with you, because story modes are fine, but like, if you have a favourite character, like for instance my favourite character, one of them anyway, is
Bow down before my cycle.
no, I won't, Bison.
Fight!
Bow down before my power of Akuma. But yeah, like if you have a favourite fighter, like mine is Blanca, and you just want to have a story specific to him, you're not going to have that with a story mode, because the story mode just puts everyone together and has like a combined ending. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I prefer just to pick my favourite character and have his own individual ending. And that is definitely not how I remember M. Bison in the original Street Fighter 2.
Fight!
But you can always increase the difficulty as well. I don't know if I can do it here, can I? Controller settings, command, network, no. I like how you can choose like a Street Fighter 2 arcade, or a Street Fighter 3 arcade, or 4, or 5. Now I don't know what really changes apart from maybe the characters, but yeah. I don't want to jinx myself, but I died once so far. But There's no way I'd be doing that good in the original Street Fighter 2, like. Definitely not when I'm half asleep. In case you haven't noticed by now, I'm fairly half asleep. Like 50% of my consciousness is asleep. The other 50 is trying to defeat M. Bison in Street Fighter 2 Arcade. So here we have it now. We've completed Arcade, and this is where you're going to see an ending story specific to Akuma. And this is what I like about Arcade mode. You know, have an individual story for each character. So what happens with Akuma? I hope it isn't one of those stories where I have to read the text, because you're half asleep, like, and you're half blind. It's not good. What's that now? Something just popped up at the end of the screen. I couldn't read it. Oh God. Bison's ambitions are little more than nonsense before him, but Akuma's seeks may not be of this world. Nothing spectacular, but to be fair, like that's pretty much what the endings were like in the original Street Fighter 2, so I'm not going to complain. So yeah, Bison's ambitions are little more than nonsense before him, but Akuma may seek may not be of this world. So Akuma is looking for power that can't be found in this world, and he thinks nothing of Bison's power.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you for allowing me to play, Capcom, for giving me this free update to Street Fighter 5. It's nothing spectacular. I'm just going to jump all the way to Street Fighter 5 and see if there's any difference. I'm going to make it hard, just for the sake of it.
Street Fighter 5.
Just want to see if there's a difference. I think the only difference really is the characters. Maybe I can choose Blanka here, no? No, Blanka hasn't been released yet. I wonder will the story change? Yeah, I'll choose Akuma and see if
Akuma, you will feel my wrath.
he certainly looks different anyway. Looks like he's I don't know, he looks different anyway. Looks like a lion or something. Yeah, so I'm thinking that the ending will differ depending on if you choose Street Fighter 2, 3, 4 or 5 arcade.
Fight!
And we are fighting on top of a plane. I mean, like, I have to say, like, the stages of Street Fighter have to be, hands down, the best stages of any fighting game. And I've definitely bitten off more than I can choose there. Difficulty. But, you know, the way I like it. That's the way it was back in the day, like, you know, there was no hand catching back in the day, like, you know. You were given an extremely hard game and you were either good at the game or bad at the game. You know, it's that simple. That simple, like. KO.
Okay, 10 points. I did it. Round 2. Fight.
Rashid is giving himself 10 points. Well, I suppose if I defeated Akuma, I'd give myself 10 points too, so... You know. Honestly, this is how tough the original Street Fighter 2 was. I keep saying original, but I actually didn't have the original Street Fighter 2. I actually had Street Fighter 2, oh god, what was it called? The New Challengers, Champion Edition, something. It was on the Sega Mega Drive anyway. That's all I know.
You lose.
Now, I keep talking about Blanka. Blanka has electricity is Blanka's special ability, and I'm just looking outside my door, and there's a
7, 6.
the street lamp is flashing on and off. Blanka, come in. Come in out of the cold. Stop messing around with the fucking street lights, will ya? Jeez. Come in so I can. I'm gonna play as Blanka. And he's out there messing around with fucking street lamps. So yeah, this is what it was like back in the day, back in the 90s. Sega Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, Street Fighter 2, this is what it was like, you know, you'd lose to your first opponent, literally. This could be a long, this could be a long stream. There's 11 opponents, I think there is, on Street Fighter 5 arcade. I thought it was just like an arcade in general, like, but it seems to be divided up into previous Street Fighter games. So Street Fighter 1 arcade, 2, 3, 4, and of course 5. And I'm just presuming that they all have a separate ending. Like, Akumino will have a separate ending like the Street Fighter 5. I think anyway. Otherwise I just honestly wouldn't see the point of having 5 separate arcades, you know? Oh god, help us. I think in the interest of this stream, I think I'll just jump onto online in a second. I'll try to defeat Rashid one more time here now, but it's not looking good for Akuma. You know? No. Game over for Akuma.
You lose. Nine. 8, 7. Game over.
Game over. So that was arcade. Like the overall name of the game, like Street Fighter 5 has now been rebranded as Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. Another name of the stream is Street Fighter 5 Arcade, but you know I'm not going to be dedicating the entirety of the stream on just the arcade mode. But this is the arcade mode. It essentially comprises of 5 separate arcades, actually more than 5. We've got an arcade for Street Fighter 1, where I presume each character has an ending that's specific to Street Fighter 1. Then you've got a Street Fighter 2 arcade, a Street Fighter Alpha arcade, Street Fighter 3 arcade, Street Fighter 4 arcade, and Street Fighter 5 arcade. The number of battles seem to vary, like Street Fighter 1 has 4 battles, Street Fighter 2 has 8, Alpha has 10, 3 has 6, 4 has 8, and 5 has 11. So that's arcade. So yeah, was talking earlier about the differences between story and arcade. Story is a combination of characters, stories, and endings. It's a cinematic story campaign. So it's a collection of fighters with their collaborative stories, right? And then arcade is if you pick an individual fighter, and when you defeat your final opponent, you will see their individual ending. You know what I mean? So arcade, individual, story, yeah, collection of characters. Yeah, I'm definitely tired anyway because I can't even talk. Where am I going to go now? I'm going to go online now. That music you're listening to right now is actually the soundtrack to Street Fighter 2. So I have to go with that. It was a free download. I think it was free anyway. No, it wasn't free actually, sorry. But nonetheless, it was the price of a burger. So, burger, Street Fighter 2 soundtrack. As much as I like burgers, I like Street Fighter 2 more. So happily purchase the soundtrack for Street Fighter 2 because that's where it all began for me. Street Fighter 2. Some people, it might have been the original Street Fighter back in the arcades. Some people might have played Street Fighter 3, whatever. Street Fighter. Well, I suppose a lot of people actually Street Fighter 2 would have been everyone's first street fighting game, really. What am I saying? But yeah, that's where it all began for me anyway. So gotta have a bit of Street Fighter 2 playing in the background, I'm gonna go online now.
Ranked match.
I'm gonna choose Dhalsim this time. Hardware setting. Oh yeah, there's cross network play as well on Street Fighter 5, so you can play against people on PC and you can play against people obviously on PS4. Connection status sulfide. Searching for opponent. It's always nice to be playing a game series that has that you played like years ago as a kid, that's still around to this day, Nice to be able to experience the evolution, of a series. To be able to see it from the very beginning, to see it evolving, like from the very beginning to what it is now, There's always a bit of a wait to find an opponent, unfortunately. Still waiting for opponent. Don't know how long this is going to take, to be honest. Once you find an opponent, it's fine because you can just have, you can have a rematch with them. Although I think there's a set limit to how many rematches you can have. There we go. Another fight. This is the first fight I've had. Online, anyway, at least. So who am I fighting? Colleen. She may or may not be a new character, actually.
You are close to ranking in the top 100,000 in Europe.
What? Top 100,000 euro. What's this now? Do I win 1,000? Oh yeah, okay. 0 LP, okay. I haven't played online in a very long time, so this should be interesting.
Round 1. Fight!
No, you don't. Bitch.
Round 2. Fight!
What the hell? All these counters. It's good. Yeah, button bashing there like got me through that round. But you know what? It's not about how you win. It's about whether you win. Bitch. Ah, you fucking bitch. Excuse my French. As I said, it ain't about how you win, it's about whether you win. And of course I win. I am Dhalsim. I got a trophy as well. Make a name for yourself. Blanca is outside my house again, still playing with the street lamps. I know he likes his electricity. And he's even draining electricity from my DualShock controller right now because it's telling me that my DualShock battery is very low. I try to remember all of his moves there, and it's very annoying to remember all of them, you know? It's been a while since I played, like. Bitch, calm down, will ya? She's not very good at blocking these moves, is she? I'm just going to take advantage of that, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's good with her, like, combos and her little polished technician, but, like, she's not very good at blocking moves, so I will happily take advantage of that. How do I do that? And she's good for all that, isn't she? But look at this. She's not very good now, is she? Hit combo. She's good for her 10-hit combos, but she couldn't block one hit of
Final round.
final round. This is where you end now. Okay, she blocked that, fair enough. But
They've got a miracle.
oh god. You bitch!
You lose.
See how I got 250 fight money. It's not a lot. If you don't get a lot of fight money, you know, but considering that you use that to buy, you know, DLC, you can't really complain. Is the bitch gonna give me a rematch?
Round one.
Cheers.
Fight.
Good bitch. You know, one of the things about Street Fighter 2, like back in the day when you were playing the arcade, because back then that was really the only mode, apart from, you know, multiplayer with your friends in the same room, like local multiplayer, because obviously, you know, that was before online was a thing. One of the big things was, you know, every opponent you were facing was from a different part of the world. So if you picked Dawson, you know, you were from India, and if you were fighting Ryu, you would be going to Japan to fight Ryu. So it's cool now that we live in like 2018 and we're now playing Street Fighter 5 on PS4. We've got the internet, so we've got online multiplayer. So, you know, I'm a real person playing this game from Ireland, and I forget where she's from now, but he or she is from somewhere else in the world. So it's like that real concept. That concept has now come to life now, you know. Bitch, calm down, will ya? Christ. Oh, what the hell?
Final round. Fight.
Okay, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I think I won 2, she won 1 or something. Or whatever, I'm gonna quit anyway. I won. You're only as good as your last game, so fuck off, bitch, you lost. the way I look at it. 2 wins and 1 loss.
Oh, so he's gone anyway. Continue searching for opponents, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that right. You only get so many rematches, bitch. And you ran out of your rematches. That's tough. So I currently have 4,950 fight money, which is basically nothing. But you know, the more you play it, you know, the more you put into the game, the more you earn fight money. You know, so it's possible. Like, it's possible to purchase DLC without spending a single cent of real money. Like, so. And there you have it again. You have the classic Street Fighter 2 soundtrack playing in the background. And Blanca is still outside my gaff, messing around with the street lamps. You know, I know he likes his electricity. That's where he is, like, you know, that's where he must be. I was wondering where he was. Outside my gaff, playing with the electricity. Yeah, unfortunately there's always a long wait when you're searching for opponents online. So what can you do? What can you do? So, I was saying this a minute ago. I really like playing online in Street Fighter 2 or in Street Fighter 5 because in the original Street Fighter 2, like, your character was from a country and you were facing other characters who were from other countries. So now that we're living in, you know, 2018, we've got internet connection, like, you're actually playing people, you know, in real life from other countries. So it's like a natural evolution of the original concept. Because, like, Street Fighter is you know, in the story, like, of Street Fighter is a global fighting tournament. Fighters from all over the world competing. So when you're playing online in Street Fighter, that's the feeling you get, like, you know. Come on, Mali. There's the M. Bison team. Lads, would you come on? Lads, Street Fighter 6 will be released by the time I find an opponent. Nobody is good enough to face me, that's what it is. I think I'll search again. I have no luck there. Here we go. Who's next for a beating? God, I'm on the right side of the screen now, that's not good. I already have my excuse in place, so I lose. Don't like being on the right side of the screen. Right, this guy is from England. He's level 24, and I got 65 LP. And I'm on the right side of the screen, which is just not a good combination of events.
Round one. Fight!
So we can all pull off flashy moves, Mr. Ryu. You didn't see that coming, did you?
Round two. Fight! Hadouken! Hadouken!
Bye bye Ryu, thanks for coming. It's nice having you.
You win.
Yeah, but it's I don't know what to say this a good few times in the stream already, like, but you know, when I played Street Fighter 2 back in the day on Sega Mega Drive when I was a kid, you know, I'd always pick Dhalsim, and you know, it was obviously it was offline and I was playing the CPU, you know, but it's nice to go from picking your favourite character in Street Fighter 2 years ago when you were a kid on the Sega Mega Drive, playing against CPU characters, you know, from fictional countries. Well, not fictional countries, but you weren't actually playing real people. So now to be playing that same character that I played all those years ago, but with real life people, you know, in real life countries, in real time, online. It's a nice feeling, and especially when you win, makes the feeling even nicer. So yeah, my opponent has gotten the hump and left. And I swear to God, Blanca is still outside my house, messing around with the street lights. That's his thing, like, he messes with electricity. She'd be inside here in Street Fighter 5 instead of out there. But yeah, I do love to be able to play a game series that is, you know, still around to this day, like, you know. Who's next for beating? I think I might actually... Oh, I'm still... Oh, is this the same guy? Ha! He didn't want a rematch and we got one. Pity about you, Ryu. Although I think that might be a different guy, actually. No, this is a different guy. Oh, one more win and I move up in the world.
This is the path of my destiny.
What? Losing?
I am not very fond of conflict. Round one. Fight!
But I'm very fond of victory. Any means necessary. You know, I'm not the most flashiest fighter in the Street Fighter 5 universe, or the fighting genre universe, but as I said, it isn't about how you win, it's about whether you win. Oh, if only Anthony could see this right now.
Round two. Fight!
The fucking king of Street Fighter himself. Well, it's going to be recorded live on the stream, so I'm going to show him. Well, I didn't see that coming for you. I'll give you that.
Final round. Fight!
Good move. Oh god. No. Good game, Ryu.
You lose.
Took away my chance of leveling up. The prick. Come on, give me a rematch.
Round 1. Fight!
We're not messing around now, lads, are we? Yeah, be gone. Yeah, it's more than begun for you. It's fucking pretty much over for you, boy. Perfect victory, I'd say, for you, boy. See that? See to see what I can do. Only I can do this.
Round 2. Fight!
Yeah, the first begun, he says. Oh, the Shoryuken coming in here and all, is it? Yeah, prick. Yeah, wasn't it? There's no one yet, Ryu. Just getting started, as you like to say. Most people are probably watching this right now saying that I'm button bashing or using the same move over and over again. But just hold that thought. Hold that thought. You holding that thought? Well, it doesn't matter what you think because KO.
You win.
And I win. It isn't about how you win, it's about whether you win.
You're close to a rank up.
Nobody looks at the scoreboard, you know, the win-loss, you know, the WL record books and ask themselves the question how they won. They just see whether they won or not, so yeah. Jeez, I'm really getting into this now, aren't I? Because I am a Street Fighter veteran. Nah, I'm far from a Street Fighter veteran now. But yeah, I grew up playing Street Fighter, I keep on saying. I'm looking back at a Sega Mega Drive right now. Well, it's a mini third-party Sega Mega Drive. You know, one of those Sega Mega Drive things that come built in with, there was a 30, 40 Sega Mega Drive games. But yeah, like, I mean, I always remember the first time I laid hands on a Street Fighter game. Street Fighter 2, the Challengers Edition or the New Warriors, or because you know there's so many different versions of Street Fighter 2, I just can't recall them all. But yeah. So like that from Street Fighter, we go back a long way. Great to be playing Street Fighter 5 on PS4. Streaming it live, playing it live. Jesus, we're really living in the future, I know that, aren't we? Oh Christ, Akuma is fighting me, that's not good. And he doesn't look happy. He's not having a good hair day. By the looks of things. Okay, hopefully, oh my god, this guy is level 12 and 900 and, what's that, blind, 894 LP. And I'm level 4. Then again, I've beaten much people with a much higher level, so, you know. I fancy my chances, Akuma.
Round 1. Fight!
talking onto me now. He's onto me, like, he knows my strategy, you know, already. Sign of a good fighter, like, you know, and they know your strategy. It started off good and ended terrible.
Round 2. Fight!
Thanks. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah,
You lose.
Why can't I just level up, like? Try again.
Round 1. Fight!
Fuck off, Akuma, but yeah, Jesus. What?
Impudent fool. Round 2. Fight! No use.
Take that, you fucking lion-headed prick. Oh, God. Didn't see that coming, did ya? No.
Final round. Fight!
Oh, fuck off, no Akuma, Christ. Fuck is that? Who won? Ah, you. That was just, that's not even on, like. You see how close that was? Yeah, that was uncalled for. That should have been a draw. Fuck's sake. looking at this. Is there anybody watching this live stream? Because I know this is like going on for like an hour and a half or something. Galaxy Gaming, are you still watching this stream? Or have you fallen asleep? Who is Ed? This is definitely a new character anyway.
In the top 100,000 in Europe.
Top 100,000. Thanks. Jesus, isn't that great? The top 100,000. Yeah, that's really going to give me a swell ahead, isn't it?
Round one. Fight!
No. Oh, you purple prick.
Oh man, down to the wire.
Yeah, you can say it again.
Round two. Fight!
I've really went 100% competitive mode during the last 30 minutes of the stream. That happens sometimes. I think especially when it comes to a game like Street Fighter, or a game that I grew up playing, like, I don't mind getting beaten by a lot of fucking kids in Call of Duty, like, online, you know? That shit doesn't bother me, like, you know, they can keep their... What the fuck just happened? Fair enough. Pretty much answers my question. But yeah, I don't mind getting beaten in Call of Duty, but you know, getting beaten in the game that I grew up playing, you know, that's where I get competitive. That's where I get personal. Yeah, rematch. Come on.
Round one.
This is my game. This is the game that I played when I was a kid. You know, all those kids playing Call of Duty right now, you know. Oh, I got a 50 kill streak. Fuck your kill streak. When I was a kid, I was beating M. Bison in Street Fighter 2. That's no easy accomplishment. He's gonna happen with the after this.
Round two. Fight!
Fight. So Ed appears to be a new character. I downloaded character season 2 and season 3 of this guy just comes back like a fucking bad rash, like, honestly. Yeah, I bought a few characters. I think he's included in one of them, Ed. But I just want to play as Blanca, but currently Blanca, as I said, is outside my gaff, messing around with the fucking street
Final
lamp,
round.
flashing on and flashing off every 2 seconds. Yeah, I have to look up online when I can play as Blanca. I mean, I can't seem to find him anywhere like that. You know. Oh, no way. That was close.
You win.
You have win Dawson 40 times.
Like what? I played as Dawson 40 times. Surely I played as Dawson more than that. Surely it was more than
Round
40
one.
times.
Fight.
Oh, I love it. I love the competition of Street Fighter. Like, it's always been that type of a game. Obviously, it's just a fighting game, but like, this guy is like crazy. I'm seriously going to ring my electric company and inform them that Blanca from Street Fighter, who likes his electricity, is outside my house messing with my street lamp. Well, not my street, my personal fucking street lamp or anything, but yeah. I'm blessed. Really? You're burning? Sure, right now. KO.
You win.
Yes, that's not my first promotion, is it?
You
Sure, I got
ranked up.
Oh, that's right. My previous PlayStation Network account got hacked there about I don't know, about a year ago, I think. Yeah, it was about a year ago. So yeah, my save data then as a result was wiped out. So yeah, all of my progress that I made in Street Fighter 5 was wiped out. To go back to the start. So that's why I was informed that that was my first promotion. And I was also informed that I played as Dhalsim 40 times, or did I win as Dhalsim 40 times? I can't remember. But yeah, oh, this is a long stream, isn't it? I might break up this stream actually after this fight. So it's going a bit long. Might just call my next stream Late Night Street Fighter, because it's exactly what I'm doing right now. Late Night Street Fighting. I like the sound of that.
Your match record with Dhalsim is 16 wins and 25 losses.
Thank you for that nice bit of information. Lots of new updates in this latest update of Street Fighter
Round
5.
1. Fight!
Oh god, I'm fighting Akuma again. Shit. KO. Look at the seal in the back.
Round 2. Fight! I'll show you!
Ah, that's okay.
You lose.
I lose. Yeah, Akuma definitely looks like a lion in Street Fighter 5. Have I been demoted? No, right? Because I don't know how this process works. I'm gonna end the battle. I'm gonna go back to the main menu, and I'm gonna end this episode of Green Herb again, episode 140. Yeah, hadn't played Street Fighter 5 for months. A lot of DLC got released for it in those months, and obviously a huge update got released recently, including the brand new arcade mode, where you can finally select whatever character you want, your favorite character, play through a traditional arcade mode, and at the end of the arcade mode have an individual ending for that character. That was nice. So yeah, lots of stuff was added into the game. So I go back, play a bit of Street Fighter 5, do a live stream. So I actually downloaded a few characters, but I don't know if I have to go into the shop. Like, I purchased them from the PlayStation Store, but I don't know. I think I have to wait for Blanca to appear, because Blanca doesn't seem to be there anywhere. So, wait, no, all of these have been purchased except for Liam. Oh yeah, that was these are from the season 1, I think, of the characters. Yeah, I downloaded a few characters and a few other things as well, and played a bit of the arcade with Akuma. God, I don't know if I should be doing a second stream because I'm actually very tired, but I will nonetheless. But yeah, lots of stuff has been added into Street Fighter 5. It's now become like Street Fighter 5 arcade. So yeah, that is the end of episode 40 of Green Herb Gaming. Just want to say thank you for everyone who watched. I hope you enjoyed. A big thank you and a big shout out to my #1 YouTuber, Galaxy Gaming. Supported me for a very long time on YouTube. You know, one of my original supporters. Really appreciate all of the support from Galaxy Gaming. Check out Galaxy Gaming on YouTube, or Akuma will track you down and kill you. Check out Galaxy Gaming, lots of great gaming content there. So I will end this episode of Green Herb Gaming, and I will resume a brand new episode just in a few minutes. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.